Hey guys, I am Daisho, and I am here with some Deadliest Warrior talk. And this 2 weeks ago, actually, was KGB versus the CIA. And I want to first apologize to you all because I honestly have been a little busy, and I kind of forgot to do the Persian Immortal versus the Celt. And when I tried to do this commentary last time, I just didn't remember what happened in that match. So I'm pretty much just going to do KGB versus CIA. If you really want me to go back and do the Persian Immortal versus the Celt and talk about it and say what idiots the people who run Deadliest Warrior are, then please just leave a comment and tell me what you think. Tell me, yeah, Daisho, that episode was so stupid. We should go kill them and throw a lancea in their chest and then take it out. Okay? Or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So now I am gonna go on and talk about the KGB versus CIA. First, I have to say that last night was Vlad the Impaler versus Sun Tzu, or not last night. Yeah, last night. And I have not gotten around to watching it yet, so I am just going to go back and talk about the KGB versus the CIA. So the KGB's weapons were the shoe knife, the camera gun, the Scorpion SMG, and the dead drop spike, while the CIA's were the garrote, the briefcase gun, the MAC-10, and the exploding cigar. So obviously I was rooting for the CIA because I'm American, and some American patriotism right there, rooting for the CIA over the KGB. I mean, you gotta be really American in order to root for that kind of thing. And I have to say that this was not a very well done experiment in deciding who actually would have won, the KGB or the CIA, but it was an extremely interesting episode to watch. First, you get to see something like the camera gun, which, when you think about it, it's pretty cool. Somebody just takes it, you're just going around to take a picture, and you get to kill someone. And it turned out to not be very effective, as its effective range was 10 feet, and if you look across the room, unless you have a gigantic room, you will probably see the limitation of the range. 10 feet is almost nothing, and the fact that they gave, I mean, it's almost a pointless weapon. The only reason, I mean, you would never even be able to kill somebody because you can never get within 10 feet of them with a camera. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. The briefcase gun, on the other hand, is just a regular gun inside a briefcase, and that's pretty cool. Again, they mentioned that it's pretty hard to aim. I mean, hip firing is hard enough, but knee firing or whatever, that's what the dude said, and it was actually somewhat intelligent, which I was actually surprised about. They usually make idiotic comments, not intelligent comments, but I definitely agree with the briefcase gun getting the edge over the camera gun. The camera was really just a camera that shoots one bullet, kind of, as opposed to the briefcase gun, which was an actual gun. The problem with the briefcase gun is I don't remember how many bullets were in the clip. It was probably 6, though, or 6 or 8. And a 6-bullet clip is useful, but when it's useful for taking out a target secretly, but if you're going to actually be in a fight with somebody, you don't want to have a gun in a briefcase. I can tell you that much. Now let's move on to the shoe knife versus the garrote. In this battle, there really is no difference between trying to keep quiet. So obviously the garrote's main use, which is you can sneak up behind someone and kill them before they can react, was pretty much destroyed. And the shoe knife, I was actually pretty disappointed with. I thought they were going to pull like a James Bond type thing, and I don't remember which one it was, but one of the ones where the evil guys were the Russians, and this woman just pulls out this shoe knife which has poison that kills you in 7 seconds or something like that. And I thought they were going to have poison on the shoe knife, and that would have been really cool. But I don't believe that such a small blade, if you kick somebody with it, it'll kill them right away. I just don't believe it. I don't care if they kicked a pig and it bled to death after you kick it. After you stab a pig 10 times with a knife, yeah, sure, it'll bleed to death. What about the first kick? Will they be able to just pull out a gun and shoot you in the face? You got to think of that. And there's the booby trap dead drop spike versus the exploding cigar, which Mr. Max Geiger had an idiotic comment, like usual. Basically, he said, I don't like the chances with the exploding cigar. That's an awful impersonation. But he didn't like the chances with the exploding cigar. There's too many factors in it. but with the dead drop spike, you're gonna get a kill 100% of the time. Well, do you know the first exact thing that the person with the CIA dude, I mean, what am I talking about? Do you know the first thing that the KGB dude said about the dead drop spike? He said that you have to open it in a certain way for it to work. So it could be as simple as turning it left or right. Well, that is already knocking your chances down to 50%. I am sorry, Mr. Max Geiger, but you are incorrect on this count. It's not 100% chance going to work. It's 50% chance. So, obviously they would make it more confusing probably, but that's just what the KGB guy said, so I'm not going to take it away from him. Either way, dead drop spike is probably better than the exploding cigar. SMGs, it was just idiotic. It was an idiotic test because what it came down to was the American guys saw the Russian dudes go first, and they were more prepared to figure out what to do. They picked their targets while the Russian guys were kind of just hoping that they would win, but I mean, they just pulled out and started firing their guns. Obviously, I think the MAC-10 is a little better because it holds more bullets, and that's really, I guess, kind of important in this kind of thing, because most of the bullets that you shoot in a real fight aren't going to kill. It's just going to end up being, you're just going to get whatever. Basically, it showed the skill of the people who were shooting the guns, not the actual utility of the guns. So that, in my opinion, was a bit ridiculous. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed my Deadliest Warrior comments. Please leave a comment or a rating, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed. I put up reviews of Deadliest Warrior all the time. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.